Cosmos. Even with my superior stamina, and even with the energon that I am siphoning off of Optimus and the others to fuel my many magnificent systems, I find that I am becoming fatigued. Many of my systems are on the verge of overheating. A rest would be beneficial, I believe, if we can find a suitable planet on which we can land.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Skylynx. As a matter of fact, I believe I too could use a rest. How about I scout ahead, see if there's somewhere where we can touch down, at least for a little bit. I know time is of the essence, but we'll be no use to anyone if we burn out.
Primus be with you.
Oh, glory be. I think I may have found just the spot. Cosmos to Skylynx. Cosmos to Skylynx. Come in, Skylynx. I believe I may have found a spot where we can rest comfortably. I will send you the coordinates and you can meet me there at your leisure.
That is an excellent relief, Cosmos. I will meet you there shortly. Now this feels better, but it still really doesn't solve our problems. I am still weak, even with the energon that I'm siphoning from Optimus and the others. I fear that I will have to shut down most of my own systems if we are to make it back to Cybertron. Unless an alternate form of fuel can be found, another source of energon. My limited scans indicate that there may be substantial deposits here.
Fear not, Skylynx. I agreed to accompany you on this journey for this very reason, to be of assistance. My fuel cells are still at 92%. I should be able to explore this planet and find some deposits of energon that should be able to sustain you long enough to get us home. Don't worry, I will explore. You hang tight for the time being.
Nevertheless, please be very careful.
I can't believe it. They tore through us like we were nothing. What do you think, Powerglide? Can you repair them? Well, I say have no fear. Old Powerglide is here. And yeah, they can be repaired. It's gonna take a bit of work. Silverbolt is definitely gonna be easier. Fireflight, on the other hand, he's gonna take a little extra work, but don't worry, they'll be alright.
Though I am relieved to learn that repairs are possible, I am also unnerved and perplexed. I have never seen injury patterns quite like these. The damage is extensive yet eerily precise. You can't know. You weren't there. There's no way for you to know. We've never felt pain like that. All of us. It's just that Fireflight and Silverbolt, they paid the ultimate price here because they were in direct contact with the guy. I don't know who he was. All I know is that he was looking for Megatron. And when I cross his path again, well, I can't speak for the other Aerialbots, but I know that from where I stand, he's gonna pay for what he did here today. Easy, Slingshot. I understand your frustration, but going off half-baked before we know what we're facing would be unwise. We need to
Storm shot to Skyfire. I don't mean to interrupt, boss, but I've been monitoring a couple of peculiar readings. You might want to come up here and check it out for yourself.
Acknowledged. Continue your work here with your repair efforts. Stormshot, I will join you in the control center shortly. All right, I am here. Now, what is the nature of these peculiar readings of which you were speaking?
Well, luckily, these two aren't as strange as the last one we monitored. In fact, these two are Autobot readings. One of them seems to be stationary and slightly fluctuating, but the other one, the more stable one, it's mobile.
Mobile Autobot ratings. This may be worth further examination. Continue to monitor the readings. I will investigate myself. Oh, what's that? In the distance. Is that what I think it is? Could it be? Do my optics deceive me? Jetfire? Is that you? But it can't be. Your spark was extinguished long ago in the Battle of Alpha 922. But yet, here you are. Oh, this does do my optics good. No. My name is Skyfire, not Jetfire. And you are Cosmos. But what are you doing here? And why can't you remember who I am? Yes. Optimus said that this could happen. You and I must be from two different dimensional planes. Everything is sort of confused since the huge flash that caused this huge multiversal collapse. Nevertheless, I have come here today from over the mountains, and I do desperately require energon. Would you have any reserves? It is of vital importance to the future of all Autobots. Is that so? Well, yes, I believe that we do in fact have energon reserves that we can spare. Perhaps you would be best served to join me back to headquarters where we can sort this out. This is an astonishingly well-stocked base for such a barren world. What you've accomplished here seems to be nothing short of astonishing. Indeed, thank you. Of course, equally astonishing is your sudden appearance, especially after our recent encounter with an unknown transformer of peculiar origin. Suddenly, you appear soon thereafter that encounter. Excuse me if I am skeptical, if we are skeptical and suspicious. Surely you can understand our position. He was merciless. He just asked his question. Then there was just no emotion, callousness, and he ripped through us like we were nothing. Sure, my circuits are repaired, but I don't think I can ever forget that pure, unbridled coldness and pure evil. I'm just glad that I was able to effect some sort of repairs. Maybe it's not a perfect job, but considering the unfamiliarity of these injuries
Anything is better than nothing. Now, Firefly, you're up next. After I connect your next 5 or 6 circuits, we're going to have to do a hard transformation. It's not going to be comfortable, I'm sorry, but if you want me to do the rest of the repairs, it's going to be necessary.
See, do you see what chaos this has caused? I will ask you but one time. Are you working in conjunction with the assailant?
Oh, wait. You think that I had something to do with this? No, I arrived here with Skylynx. He is very low on energon. We are carrying Optimus and many other Autobots back to Cybertron on a mission to save the universe before Unicron's tyranny takes over. You have to believe me. I need your help. Nothing more.
That is the second time you have mentioned Optimus. Is he here? Are there other Autobots here besides Skylynx? We already detected his signal, and we already know that he is weak. Of course, that didn't mean that we could necessarily immediately trust you. No, I understand your trepidation. You wouldn't be able to trust that we are blindly allies of yours, especially with your recent history and the mystery assailant. You had every right to be suspicious, but I really feel like this encounter of ours has sort of gone off the mark. Perhaps you need a better explanation than what I've been able to offer. Maybe the best thing for us to do would be revive Optimus from his current stasis lock. Wouldn't you agree? Skylynx to Optimus Prime. I apologize for having to resuscitate you so quickly, but your skills in diplomacy are required now.
Skylynx, have we reached Cybertron?
My apologies, Optimus, but no, we have not yet reached Cybertron. In fact, we had to take a detour. I needed more energon, a proper refueling. That which I have siphoned off of those aboard me is not enough to get us home by itself. Of course, upon landing here, we discovered that there are other Autobots present, most notably the Aerialbots, but they seem to be very suspicious of Cosmos and myself. Perhaps you can explain the situation to them better than us.
Indeed. Hopefully so. Aerialbots, you say?
Apparently so, and led by Skyfire, no less, as well as Powerglide, Stormshot, if not others. Evidently, the Aerialbots are in some sort of distress and can probably use our assistance. It may also be the reason that they are on the defensive.
Interesting. Well, if this is the Aerialbots, then I do not want to go alone. You know whom else you must revive to join me. Worry not, Skylynx. I will sort this out, determine the cause of the Aerialbots' distress, and obtain for you the energon that you require in order to fulfill your mission of returning us home to Cybertron.
I have nothing but full confidence in you, Optimus. Even now, operating at 15%, I believe that you will provide. I am resuscitating Alpha Bravo as we speak. He will join you shortly.
I appreciate your confidence and assure you that things are well in hand, but we haven't a moment to lose.
Give it to me straight, Powerglide. Don't worry. I can handle it. Oh yeah, you say that now, kid, but there's a lot of damage from the waist down. A lot of nanotech and nano connections that I'm gonna have to work on. I'll be able to fix you, but it's definitely gonna take a long time.
Your first and only priority, Power Glide, will be to repair Fireflight. In the meantime, I am very interested to study the data collected from the confrontation. I want to know who or what had the power to be able to best Superion with such ease.
And you think you want to know? Trust us. No one wants to know more than we do. It's called looking for revenge.
No. Acting rashly is not going to help anyone with anything, is it, Optimus?
Indeed, Cosmos. It is good to know that someone has listened to my advice over the years. It also does my spark well to see that there are other Autobots out among the stars, even under these circumstances. It is good to see you all. I did not come alone.
Hey guys. Long time no see. Optimus? What happened here?
That is what we're going to help them figure out, Alpha Bravo.
Oh yeah? You're gonna help us? That's rich. Look, you want to help? Let's start with the number one problem, the main one, the first question. Who is this guy? Who is this Alpha Bravo? I mean, we've got hurt and injured here. We are trying to take care of our own, and you guys think that it's fine for you to just waltz in with a bunch of strangers? Guys that we don't even know? Guys that we're just supposed to blindly trust? Stranger? You see me as a stranger? Not a stranger, I just want to help. Oh, well, pardon me. You're not a stranger because you say so. Well, explain this then, detective. Why don't I remember you? You know what's really funny? In another life, I was you. Well, kinda. Sorta. In a way. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, it's just like looking in a mirror. Thanks. I think this color scheme was actually picked out in respect to you after your spark was extinguished and I took over your position in the Aerialbots. What? Come again? Wait. My spark was extinguished and you took over for me in the Aerialbots. Whoa. You think you're as good as I am? You think you could take over for me? No way are you as good as I am. I knew that, believe me. I struggled a long time with trying to fit in. I could never replace you, but I did the best I could to make sure that the Aerialbots were as strong as they could be.
That's enough. Skyfire is right, and even amid the current state of confusion that we find ourselves under, I assure you that answers will come soon enough. For now, it is important and imperative that you realize that we are all Autobots, and all working toward the same end goal. One that is focused squarely on the reestablishment of Primus within our universe, and the reestablishment of Cybertron among the stars.
Primus and Cybertron, you say?
I will tell you that story and that mission later. For now, let's deal with your situation first. I have been informed that the Aerialbots combined as Superion faced an adversary that was able to surpass their combined power. That seems almost unbelievable.
It was chilling. Look, the Aerialbots have been through a tough time. The last thing we should be doing is fighting among ourselves.
Come along, Optimus, and we can review the data collected from the incident.
Of course. Lead on, Skyfire.
Hopefully we can glean something from the encounter that can offer us some insight as to who or what this assailant wanted other than the fact that he was looking for Megatron.
Megatron? He was looking for Megatron. I wonder if Megatron even still functions since the Flash. Either way, we will sort this out together, and then you and the Aerialbots can join us on our return to Cybertron.
Stormshot, if you would be so kind, please bring up the footage from the incident. Optimus Prime and myself would like to review it.
Wait, you're really him? You're Optimus Prime? I'm sorry, sir. I know I seem kind of starstruck, but I've never met you before. It's a real honor.
The honor is mine, Stormshot. Now, Skyfire has informed me that there is footage regarding the incident where Superion got injured. Obviously, since time is of the essence, it would be very beneficial to all parties involved if you could bring up the relevant footage as quickly as possible, please.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course, Optimus. Anything for you. But be warned, this happened very quickly, and I really wasn't able to find much, but I did find one very, very clear still of the assailant. I don't recognize him, though, unfortunately.
Well, it cannot be. Not him. Not Megatronus. My brother.
Look! Yes, this is what we've been looking for, is it not? An energon supply? Perfect for Unicron. Wouldn't you agree, Lockdown?
Perhaps, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Doesn't it seem peculiar to you that this stash of energon is just left here, unguarded? Why am I even collecting energon? I understand that our master Unicron needs to be fueled, but surely there's a better use for my particular skill set. Something more profound than simply doing an energon fuel run for him.
Are you implying that there is anything more important than this energon collection job? Are you implying that everything we do should not be in service to our great master? Are you certain that that's a road you wish to traverse?
I'm not debating the importance of this work. I'm just wondering if there's a more efficient way which I can be of service to our master.
Don't you think that perhaps you should suspend such independent thought? Can't you just take pride in performing the work which you have been given to do?
Oh, but you see, I do take pride. Perhaps you are content to simply do as you are told. I, however, aspire to be a greater instrument for Unicron's designs in his pursuit of his glorious plans.
Tankor. Pulverize. My energon.
Do you think you could aid me in collecting all of the localized energon deposits together before Nemesis Prime returns? One large pile will be easier to transport. Wouldn't you agree, Lockdown?
Of course. But still, this job feels like merely moving rocks from one place to another. Hardly what I would call a worthy use of my particular skills.
My energon.
Well, wouldn't you know, he who lays claim finally shows up.
Really? We recognize no plane. Didn't you leave this stockade unguarded?
I would suggest you take your leave and retreat while you still can.
My energon.
Well, it seems we have ourselves a little standoff.
Is there no better way for us to handle this situation? Can't cooler heads prevail? Surely we can come to some sort of mutually beneficial agreement. Wouldn't you agree?
Only if our visitor here disarms first.
What do you say? Doesn't that at least sound reasonable? So that we can talk rationally about this situation?
My energon.
Seems to me that he's not big on words or compromise.
Disarm.
Why is throttling me always considered the best course of action?
Well, that's easy. You're rather annoying. But all the same, our guest here may wish to rethink his position. It has all of a sudden become highly dubious. If I were him, I would let you go and turn around.
Who are you?
Are you ready to receive the light of Unicron?
Tankor. Pulverize.
That would be unwise. Simply allow the light to flow over you and through you, filling you with realization and wisdom. You will know your place in the universe, and wouldn't that be a wonderful thing?
Tankor understands now.
Glorious. And now that we have Tankor on board, perhaps he can help you with this energon collection for our master. In the meantime, maybe I could join Nemesis Prime in his efforts to recruit other members to the cause of Unicron. Our numbers are large enough now that we can divide the tasks evenly.
Indeed, that makes sense, but only if it's acceptable to our illustrious Nemesis Prime. Would that be all right with you if Lockdown joined you on your quest, while Tankor and I continue to collect the necessary energon to fuel our glorious master?
Tankor. Obey.
Then it is settled.
Excellent. When next we meet, we shall have amassed the army of Unicron. In the meantime, please, lead on, my dear Nemesis Prime.
Would it be acceptable if I wished you safe travels and success until we meet again?
Where are they going?
Why, Tankor, isn't it obvious?
No. And you talk funny. Ask too many questions.
Well, while they search the cosmos to add to our ranks, shall you and I continue to collect energon for our master Unicron?
Okay, fine. I am confused, tidal wave. We tracked the cosmos and the Skylynx here, but this isn't Cybertron. Perhaps with its cargo, the Skylynx needed refueling. He was not operating at peak efficiency. I am detecting Autobot and Decepticon signatures on the surface, but that still does not explain why there's also an apparent Autobot debris field, as small as it may be, in orbit. No, something more has transpired here than we are initially understanding at this time. Well, one thing at a time. If the Autobots can stop to refuel and possibly add to their ranks, then so can we. I shall go to the surface and engage these new Decepticons to join our cause. This will be close enough for now. Now, pinpointing location. Matrix locking in. Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, if you ask me, I think that doing these upgrades is still a wise precaution. I know that it was a Decepticon signature that tore apart Superion, and I know it's gone out of the system for now, but we don't know when and if it will return, or if it was a friendly Decepticon or not.
If you ask me, it seems like a lot of concern over nothing. It's better safe than sorry, I suppose. All right, Scavenger, tighten it up.
Acknowledged. Makes me wonder, though. Who do you think that Decepticon actually was?
Maybe we will look out and he will return.
Stop right there, Mixmaster. Have all of you Constructicons lost your logic circuits? We do not want whoever or whatever that was to return, at least not yet. Not until we are prepared, and we most certainly right now are not prepared.
Easy, Scrapper. We were just being curious and wondering what sort of a Decepticon could have such unlimited power.
And that is exactly where my concern comes into play. For an unknown and powerful Decepticon can be as much, if not more of a threat than any Autobot.
You know, Scrapper, you've grown very paranoid since the Flash. We're all experiencing issues with our memory circuits, you know, not just you. Speaking of the Autobots, why didn't we engage them after Superion was injured? It was the perfect time for us to strike. And now look at us. We're here fortifying a base in case a rogue Decepticon returns. Not that we even knew that there were other Decepticons still in operation. And the Autobots have actually left the planet.
Obviously, it was a strategic measure. The Autobots had reinforcements land on the planet. We don't know how many reinforcements exactly. Even if Superion was injured, why would we engage the Autobots when they have new and possibly powerful allies? No, we were better off waiting and fortifying our own position. I would not question me in the future if I were you. What I do is for our betterment. Control your opinions and your vocal processors, Mixmaster. Now, let the work continue. The fortifications still have much that must be accomplished. Maybe, just maybe,
Mixmaster has a valid point. This all seems somewhat unnecessary and redundant if the Decepticon threat is gone and the Autobots have left the planet.
I'm with Hook. How exactly Scrapper is doing this advancing the Decepticon cause? Enough. I have heard enough. I lead here, and we are Constructicons. We build and we defend. That's our purpose. Do you see the dissension that you've caused here, Mixmaster?
Oh, my aching auditory processes, all of this bickering. Look, the fact of the matter is, it's not gonna hurt to do these fortifications. We don't know what else is out there. We all know that we've been spending a lot of time real confused. Who's that?
Please, do not allow me to interrupt your bickering, even though I believe I may offer answers to many of your most burning of questions. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bludgeon.
You come out from behind that rock. What information could you possibly have a value to share with us?
Where do I even begin? The Autobots that you know on this planet have indeed left the surface, along with visitors, but they have not yet left orbit. I believe that the visitors stopped here to refuel and are now testing their systems and propulsion before leaving to pursue their course back to Cybertron. Speaking of orbit, I myself am one of many Decepticons in a ship in orbit as well. You are not alone, and that information is but the tip of the iceberg.
Cybertron? Home? Other Decepticons? Ease your enthusiasm, Scavenger. Indeed, all Constructicons should ease their enthusiasm. We do not know who this Bludgeon is or what he wants with us. How do we know that it wasn't you who attacked Superion in the first place? Tell me, why should we trust you?
I do not recall saying that you had to trust me. I merely said that I could answer many of your burning questions. I offered simply tidbits, if you will, of information, but nothing more. How about this? You have the opportunity to join myself and the other Decepticons in orbit as we pursue the Autobots back to Cybertron. We do not know what we will find there or why they are going, but I can tell you this, that the visitors who came here are being led by Optimus Prime himself. And obviously, either they feel threatened enough by the Decepticon attack from that unknown assailant, or they feel desperate enough under enough of a time crunch that they must return to Cybertron quickly, that it was in their best interest to leave the planet post-haste. We will be leaving orbit to follow them. My advice is that you be with us. Of course, the choice is yours. And many of you voiced that you want to be doing something to help the Decepticon cause. Obviously, the Autobots have something planned. Something that most definitely will not help our cause. Your opportunity to do something significant is now. But the choice is yours to take it or leave it.
Sounds like a fun adventure. Anything would be better than what we are doing here now.
I agree with Mixmaster. I want to go home. Smashing Autobots is just an added bonus.
And mine makes a third vote for going home. I'm tired of feeling useless,
At least with Bludgeon's plan, we have the opportunity to not only go home, but re-establish Decepticon dominance.
My team has spoken. We will join you, Bludgeon, but be warned. If you cross the Constructicons, we will retaliate.
Excellent. And understood. Of course, should you cross me or my crew, there will be similar consequences. I assure you. But for now, we have a mutual understanding. We would do wise to return to the ship so that we are prepared to leave orbit when the Autobots are, which should be